A cardiac surgeon sits in front of a room full of older adults, holding a small white pill between his fingers. He isn't smiling. He isn't trying to scare anyone. But his voice is steady and firm as he says, "This medication, something many of you are taking every single day, is quietly damaging your heart." The room goes silent because the truth is, millions of older adults are taking prescription drugs that were considered safe for years. Yet new research is showing that a few of the most common ones may be increasing heart risks, worsening heart function, or accelerating cardiovascular decline without people realizing why they feel worse. And the most dangerous part? Most people assume their symptoms are caused by aging, stress, or low fitness, not their medication. Today, you're going to hear what the cardiac surgeon explained, what this drug is, how it affects the heart, what signs to look for, and what science says you can safely do about it. This is not about creating panic. It's about giving you information that can protect your long-term heart health, help you make informed decisions with your doctor, and understand what's really happening inside your body. The drug he was holding is from a class that older adults take more than any other age group, NSAIDs. These are non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. Over-the-counter painkillers like ibuprofen, naproxen, and even certain prescription anti-inflammatory medications fall under this category. For decades, they've been considered harmless for most people. But recent heart research has painted a much more complicated picture, especially for adults over 60. The surgeon explained that NSAIDs don't just reduce pain, they also affect a pathway in the body called prostaglandins. These compounds regulate inflammation, but they also help maintain healthy blood flow to the heart and kidneys. When NSAIDs block prostaglandins, it becomes harder for the body to regulate blood pressure and kidney function. That might not sound dramatic, but in older adults, this can create a chain reaction. The heart has to work harder. Blood pressure quietly rises. Fluid retention starts to build. And because many seniors already deal with borderline heart issues, this extra strain can tip the balance. Studies in journals like the American Heart Association, the European Society of Cardiology, and multiple long-term observational studies have repeatedly shown that chronic NSAID use can increase the risk of heart failure, sudden cardiac events, and kidney stress. What makes this more concerning is how subtle the symptoms are. People usually don't feel pain in the heart. Instead, they feel tired, weak, swollen, short of breath. They assume it's aging. They assume they need more rest. They assume the weather is making them slow. But the underlying trigger could be something they take every morning without question. The cardiac surgeon then told a story about one of his patients, a 67-year-old man who had been using ibuprofen daily for joint pain. He wasn't aware of the long-term damage it could cause. Over time, he developed swelling in his ankles, shortness of breath during walking, and pressure in his chest when climbing stairs. He thought it was simply because he was getting older. By the time he saw the surgeon, his heart was struggling to pump efficiently. He was surprised, almost shocked, when he was told his pain medication was one of the biggest contributors to the decline. The surgeon emphasized that occasional use of NSAIDs is not the problem. The risk increases with regular, long-term use. Many older adults take these drugs daily because of arthritis, back pain, headaches, or muscle stiffness. And because they are available over the counter, people assume they are completely safe. But for the aging heart, these medications can quietly elevate risk in ways most people don't recognize until later. He then explained why the heart becomes more sensitive after age 60. As we age, blood vessels stiffen. The heart muscle thickens slightly. The kidneys become less efficient, and recovery time becomes slower. When you add a drug that increases blood pressure, promotes water retention, and strains kidney filtration, the heart has to work overtime. It's this combination, age plus chronic NSAID use, that makes the risk significant. Research also shows that NSAIDs interfere with ACE inhibitors and diuretics, two common heart medications. When these drugs interact, the kidneys receive less blood flow and heart failure risk increases sharply. This is known in medicine as the triple whammy effect. NSAIDs, combined with blood pressure medications and diuretics, can overload the heart and kidneys. The cardiac surgeon stressed that many people are stuck in a cycle they don't even realize. They take NSAIDs for pain, the NSAIDs raise blood pressure, high blood pressure increases stiffness and inflammation, the inflammation causes more pain. More pain leads to taking more NSAIDs, and the cycle continues for years, slowly adding stress to the heart. He then pointed out the signs that your heart may be reacting badly to chronic NSAID use. These include swelling in the ankles or feet, shortness of breath when lying down, unusual fatigue, tightness in the chest even if it's mild, rapid heartbeat when doing simple activities, and sudden weight gain from fluid retention. These signs don't always appear together, and many people dismiss them, but recognizing them early can prevent bigger problems down the road. The surgeon wasn't telling people to throw away their medication. Instead, he explained safer approaches and alternatives backed by research. The first is to avoid daily, long-term use unless a doctor specifically advises it. Pain should be managed with the lowest dose for the shortest time. For chronic arthritis, doctors now prefer alternatives like topical NSAIDs, which have much lower risk because they act locally instead of affecting the whole body. Other safer pain options the surgeon mentioned included acetaminophen for mild pain, physical therapy, low-impact stretching routines, omega-3 supplements for inflammation, heat and ice therapy, turmeric extract under medical supervision, and certain prescription medications designed to protect heart function while still helping pain. He also emphasized hydration, walking routines, healthy weight maintenance, and strengthening the muscles around joints, because when joints move better, the need for pain medication naturally decreases. He explained the key point. NSAID are not bad drugs. They are powerful and effective, but they must be used with respect, especially as we age. The surgeon urged older adults to have honest conversations with their doctors about their medication habits. Many seniors take NSAIDs silently, without mentioning them because they seem harmless. But doctors need to know. Your heart depends on it. He reminded everyone that no medication decision should ever be made alone. Never stop or switch medication without talking to your doctor. The point is awareness, not panic. When used properly, NSAIDs can be safe. When used daily without monitoring, they can quietly harm the heart over time. Toward the end of the talk, the surgeon said something that stayed with everyone in the room. He said, "Your heart is already doing a lifetime of work. Don't make it fight battles it doesn't need to fight." Many older adults realized for the first time that their daily pain pill could be adding unnecessary stress to the very organ keeping them alive. He encouraged people to observe how their body feels during and after medication use. Track changes like swelling, breathing, or energy levels. Small symptoms can be early warnings. The goal is to prevent long-term harm by identifying risks early and adjusting habits with medical guidance. He ended by reminding the audience that protecting the heart is not just about avoiding risk. It's about building habits that support heart function every day. Good sleep, regular movement, balanced eating, hydration, stress management, and proper medication monitoring can dramatically reduce heart strain. His purpose of his warning was not fear, it was empowerment. Information gives you control. Understanding how your medications affect your body allows you to make smarter decisions, and catching problems early can extend both your lifespan and your quality of life. Every heartbeat you feel is a reminder that your heart is working for you every second, without rest, without pause, for your entire life. Respecting that effort means being mindful of what you put into your body, how often you use certain medications, and how your choices today affect your heart tomorrow. Always talk to your doctor before making any changes. Ask if your pain medication is safe for long-term use. Ask if there are better alternatives for your situation. Ask if your heart or kidneys need monitoring. These simple steps can prevent serious problems before they begin. Take care of your heart, protect it, and give it the support it needs to keep you strong, active, and healthy for years to come.